She cried every single night. Every single night, he shouted at her. He ignored her. He made her feel stupid, worthless, and small. Her friends told her to leave. Her family begged her to walk away. Even she knew deep in her heart that this relationship was destroying her. But every morning, she stayed. Every morning, she made his coffee, smiled at him, and pretended that everything was fine. For 6 years. 6 years of pain. 6 years of tears. 6 years of choosing someone who never once chose her back. And when people asked her why she stayed, she always said the same 4 words. Because I love him. But here is the question that nobody asked her. The question that truly matters, was it really love? Or was it something else? Something deeper? Something more complicated? Something that millions of people around the world feel every single day, but cannot explain. Today, on Learn English with One Question, we are going to answer that question. I am your host, David Phill, and today's question is, why do people stay in toxic relationships? By the end of this video, you will understand the real psychology behind this. You will learn powerful English vocabulary words that educated speakers use every day. And maybe, just maybe, you will understand yourself or someone you love a little better. Stay with me. This one is going to change how you see everything. I want to tell you about a man named James. James was 28 years old. He was kind, intelligent, and hardworking. When he met Clara, he thought she was the most wonderful person in the world. In the beginning, she was sweet. She was loving. She made him feel like the most special man alive. But slowly, very slowly, things began to change. Clara started criticizing everything James did. His clothes were wrong, his job was not good enough, his friends were boring, his dreams were stupid. She would say something cruel, and then apologize, with tears in her eyes. She would hurt him, and then hold him so tightly that he forgot the pain. She would make him feel worthless, and then tell him he was everything to her. James wanted to leave. Many times, he packed a bag. Many times, he stood at the door. But every single time, something pulled him back. Not love, not happiness. Something else. Something he could not name. His friends watched him disappear. The James who used to laugh loudly, who used to dream boldly, who used to walk with confidence, that James was gone, replaced by a quieter, smaller, more frightened version of himself. And still, he stayed. Because in those rare moments when Clara was kind, when she smiled at him, when she held his hand, when she said, "I need you," James felt something so powerful that all the pain disappeared. Just for a moment. Just enough to make him stay a little longer. This is the story of millions of people. Not just James, not just the woman I told you about at the beginning. Millions of real human beings, all around the world, in every country, in every culture, staying in relationships that hurt them. And the reason is not weakness. It is not stupidity. It is not a lack of self-respect. The reason is something much more powerful than all of those things. And today we are going to understand it completely. Why do people stay in toxic relationships? I am going to give you 3 real, scientific, deeply human reasons. And with each reason, we learn important English words together. Are you ready? Let's begin. Reason number 1. The trauma bond when pain feels like love. Our first vocabulary word today is trauma bond. A trauma bond is a powerful emotional connection that forms between a person and someone who hurts them. Say it clearly, trauma bond. Now, how does a trauma bond form? It forms through a cycle. A painful, repeating cycle that goes like this. First, the person hurts you. They shout, they ignore, they criticize, they make you feel small. Then they apologize. They become sweet, gentle, loving, and kind. They hold you. They say sorry. They promise to change. And in that moment of kindness, your brain releases a chemical called dopamine. Dopamine is the chemical of pleasure and reward. Your brain feels relief. It feels joy. It feels love. And here is the dangerous part. The bigger the pain before the kindness, the more powerful the dopamine rush feels afterward. Your brain actually becomes addicted to this cycle, addicted to the pain and the relief, addicted to the punishment and the reward. Just like a person becomes addicted to gambling, always waiting for the next win, always hoping the next moment will be the good one. This is why James packed his bag and still could not leave. His brain was not weak. His brain was chemically trapped. And that is not his fault. That is simply how human biology works when love and pain become tangled together. Reason number 2. Low self-worth when you believe you deserve the pain. Our third vocabulary word is self-worth. Self-worth means the value you place on yourself, how much you believe you matter, how much you believe you deserve kindness, respect, and love. Now here is the painful truth. Many people who stay in toxic relationships have low self-worth, not because they are broken, but because someone, a parent, a teacher, a past relationship, taught them very early in life that they are not enough, that they do not deserve better. And when Clara told James that his dreams were stupid and his job was not good enough, James believed her, not because it was true, but because a small, quiet voice inside him had been saying the same thing for years. Toxic partners are very skilled at finding that quiet voice. They find your deepest insecurity and they press on it every single day until your self-worth becomes so low that leaving feels impossible, because leaving requires you to believe that you deserve something better. And if nobody ever taught you that you deserve better, how can you believe it? This is why building self-worth is not vanity. It is survival. Our fourth vocabulary word, vanity, means excessive pride in your appearance or achievements. Knowing your worth is not vanity. It is the most important thing a person can ever learn. Reason number 3. The fear of being alone when loneliness feels worse than pain. Our fifth vocabulary word is abandonment. Abandonment means being left alone, being deserted by someone you love and need. For many people, the fear of abandonment is stronger than the pain of staying. They ask themselves, if I leave, will anyone else ever love me? What if I am alone forever? What if this is the best I can get? These questions are not logical, but fear is never logical. Fear is powerful, and it speaks loudly in the quiet moments of the night. There is also something called sunk cost thinking, our sixth vocabulary word. Sunk cost thinking is when you continue doing something painful because you have already invested so much time and energy into it. People say to themselves, I have already given 5 years to this relationship. If I leave now, those 5 years were wasted. But here is the truth that changes everything. The years are not wasted. They are lessons. Every painful year taught you something about yourself, about your strength, about what you need, about what love should actually feel like. Leaving is not losing those years. Leaving is finally using what those years taught you. Let's review our vocabulary from today. Say each word out loud with me. Your voice is your best teacher. Repeat after me. Word 1, toxic, meaning poisonous and harmful to your health or happiness. Example, she finally understood she was in a toxic relationship. Common phrase, that situation is toxic for me. Use this to describe anything or anyone that consistently harms your well-being. Word 2, trauma bond, meaning a powerful emotional connection formed through repeated cycles of pain and kindness. Example, James could not leave because of a deep trauma bond. Common phrase, I think I have a trauma bond with that person. This is a very important phrase in modern psychology and everyday English conversation. Word 3, self-worth, meaning the value you place on yourself, how much you believe you deserve love and respect. Example, low self-worth makes it hard to leave painful situations. Common phrase, you need to know your self-worth. one of the most powerful phrases in English personal development. Word 4. Vanity, meaning excessive pride in yourself or your appearance. Example: knowing your worth is not vanity, it is survival. Common phrase: it is not vanity to believe you deserve better. A sophisticated and beautiful English word. Word 5. Abandonment, meaning the fear or experience of being left completely alone. Example: the fear of abandonment kept her from walking away. Common phrase: I have a deep fear of abandonment, very commonly used in psychology and emotional conversations in English. Word 6. Sunk cost thinking, meaning continuing something painful because you have already invested too much to quit. Example: sunk cost thinking made him believe he could not leave after 5 years. Common phrase: don't fall into sunk cost thinking, an extremely useful English phrase for life decisions, business, and relationships. These are the words that will make your English richer and deeper. These are the words that educated English speakers use when they talk about real, human, meaningful things. Now, they belong to you. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of Learn English with One Question. And if you are not yet part of our family, please press the subscribe button today. Every single week, we explore one powerful question together, we learn real English together, and we grow together. Take care, my dear friend.